Welcome back to another episode of the Dotted Line Podcast. I'm your host, DJ Scotty Two Dotty, aka Ray Dot. And the moment of truth is finally here. I'm finally recording the in-depth review of the Lakers season, the entire season, from last year off season up until right now. Because right now it's a bit of a shit show, but we gonna dive into all of that. But first, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Um, this again, I've said this numerous times. The pod is just gonna grow. It's gonna continue to grow. It's gonna continue to evolve and get better and do what it's supposed to do. So I'm grateful for this moment to be able to bring you content. Not so philosophical. So, try to throw, different pitches because I try to touch as much of an audience as possible. Everybody again is not philosophical, not religious, not in depth with politics or within themselves. So I want to definitely throw different pitches, but today is all dedicated to my diehard Lakers fans. A quick disclaimer: if you do follow any Lakers pages or Laker Nation, shout out Trevor Lane and like the crew, this and the third. But this is not a Laker Nation. This is definitely not. This is a fan perspective. A fan's honest perspective is not just all because it's the Lakers. I'm a hold punches. Nah, fuck that. No, we not holding no punches. We sending nothing but truth blows. It's not pause. It's not anything that I wouldn't do with any other franchise. I'm not biased because I'm a diehard fan. I'm even more tougher because I'm a diehard fan. So, with that being said, let's get right into the meat and potatoes of this video. So, to kind of map out what I'm gonna kind of talk about again, I'm gonna start from last season's off season, and then work our way through, the season, the NCAA tournament, a little bit of turbulence, that quick first round, exit, the off season thus far, the draft, and then kind of end it with my final thoughts moving forward and this and the third. Yeah, so let's get right into it. So, I have the 2023 and 2024 roster up. We use our 17th pick on Jalen Hood-Schifino out of Indiana. Shout out Jalen Hood-Schifino. Even though he kind of didn't get no minutes, he definitely got redshirted. And I'm praying that him and Maxwell Lewis, Maxwell Lewis was our second round pick. I pray that him and Maxwell Lewis are like Siamese twins, like legit, just whatever they did in the office, they're doing currently in the offseason. I pray that they're doing it together and they come back with vengeance. But so we drafted Jalen Hood-Schifino and Maxwell Lewis. Maxwell Lewis, I believe, was out of Pepperdine. That's in Vegas. Shout out Pepperdine. We added in the offseason, we re-signed Rui. We added Jackson Hayes. We added TP, Torian Prince. We added Cam. We brought back D'Lo, re-up AI, got Gabe Vincent, re-signed Jared Venable. Probably him and AR probably tied for like my favorite Lakers, but I really fuck with Vando hard. Pause. Like, because kind of to talk about Vando for like a quick second. He's a very invaluable piece in today's league. Today's league is offense crazy. And the fact that you got somebody, even though he's offensively challenged at times, he can't really hit his shots and this and third. But if he's on the court, he impacts when you need impact players. And a lot of teams don't have a Vando. You're seeing it now with the bitch ass Boston Celtics, who unfortunately They're about to win a title, unfortunately. Um, they got Derek White, they got Drew Holiday, they got Pritchard, they got intangible guys, but Drew is a two-way gritty player. But Derek White is the nucleus as far as is okay, I'm gonna just guard the best wing and guard like the best player. Kim and Drew kind of um offset each other as far as is taking turns switching on the best player on like the wing and stuff like that. But shout out Vando. I just wanted to shout him out because he's a very unsung hero. I'm a defensive minded player when I'm playing pickup and this and third. So shout out Vando because again, players like Vando are underappreciated, always in trade talks. Like if every team had a Vando, bro, the league would be a lot more competitive because it's offensive heavy, but try to stay on topic. So we added these players, drafted Maxwell Lewis and Jalen Hood Shafino, and then opening night, I believe our five because Vando was hurt. We had Brian, AD, AR, D'Lo, and TP. That was our five that we ran out against Denver to kick off the season. And um, I don't know who I hate more right now, Boston or Denver, because lately it seems like every fucking time we line up against them is just it's like we have no answer for nothing that they throw at us. And we can sit here and I'm gonna definitely talk about former like Laker coach Darvin Ham, but at the end of the day, it has more so to do with who you have playing than who's calling the calls. Because at the end of the day, your team has to play. The coaches are not playing a single minute, that they're not logging any minutes. Now I get different things happen in the course of a game that, the coach may could call a play for somebody who's cold, or, a coach might try to get people going or give people opportunities when it's a critical game. That's bad coaching. You go with who's hot, you go with who's impacting the game. Now, that's bad coaching. Now, you just doing the best you can and people underperforming, that's a different story. And I'm gonna talk about that more throughout this video. But yeah, we rolled out that five against Denver, got smacked up. The Brian had 21 and 8. And then D'Lo led the way with 7 assists, and then we bounced back with a win against Phoenix. AD had 30 and 12. Brian had 9 assists. And then we lost in overtime against Sac. AD had 30 and 16. D'Lo had 9 assists. I'm not gonna go through like every game, but what I'm kind of picking up on, and which not necessarily picking up on what I saw throughout this season. We were mid. We were mid. For whatever reason, like um, going through, kind of reverting back to last season, the fact that we beat up on Memphis in the playoffs, and I'm talking about last season's postseason. We beat up on Memphis. We were fueled by Dylan Brooks and just the young dumbness of Memphis. We whipped their ass. We whipped them feet, and then the Golden State. We just gonna live and die by the three and just see what happens. Got them out the way because they don't match up well if they're just always shooting threes and they living and dying by the three. Got them out the way, and then the big bad bullies in Denver, we just couldn't match up with them because they're team centric. They share the ball. They know who the best players are. They work through them well, and they cause so much headache and havoc. To kind of fast forward to this season, it's kind of like I'm not saying construct a roster just to beat one team, but it seems as if, and this is not all on Darvin Ham. This is not all on Brian and AD. This is a collective, so we share blame here, and that's something that throughout this video I'm gonna kind of touch on. There's not shared blame. It's always somebody's solely responsible for whatever is going on, and that's inaccurate. Nobody's solely responsible for a team effort. We win together, right? So if the Lakers would have won a title, everybody gets the ring. It's not just Bron and AD because they are the star players and they carry it. No, everybody, the fucking water boy, the towel boy, the motherfucker who be, you feel me, sweeping the floor. They all, you feel me, like they all part of the team. The Laker girls, like the custodian, you feel me, like everybody gets a ring because it's a team effort. So I never got that narrative of, oh, it's all on Darvin Ham, it's all on Bron, it's all on eight. No, it's a collective. And like I just said, throughout these games, like, we started 0-1, 1-1, 1-2, 2-2, 3-2, 3-3, 3-4, 3-5, 4-5, 5-5, 6-5. So, like you kind of get like the gist of it, like mid. You feel me? And it's just pretty much damn near. And again, this is not Laker Nation. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. Since Brian been in this bitch, since he been a Laker, it's been mid. His first season, he didn't make the playoffs. The second season, we got the job done in the bubble. Next season, they overhauled the whole roster for whatever reason, and that follow up team next to the championship team was solid, but it was not. You want to run it back, kind of change a few pieces here and there because once motherfuckers get the chip, they kind of want to chase the bag now. I get it. So players who want to do that, and like you can't, you feel me, pay them what they want now since they a champion. All right, bounce type shit. But you feel me, for the most part, you're supposed to keep that core intact until like y'all now the following season, if motherfuckers lose first, second round, all right, fuck it, then we regroup. Then we, all right, let's see the scope of like the land and move forward. Now it's just, you win 1 year, disperse, and then now we back in win now mode. Like Bron's a if LeBron's a win now type of player, which he has been since he got to Miami. So from 2010, 2011 to right now, he's always been in win now mode. Always. It's been locked in because those Cleveland days scarred that man for life, which rightfully so, because that's tough to try to lead your pretty much your hometown down near the whole state of Ohio is on your motherfucking back night in, night out to try to bring them their first title ever and try to just be a public figure and be this, that, and third, be a father, be a I would about to say wife, be a father, be a husband. Like it's tough to manage that shit. So I get it, but at the same time, it's just I'm calling a thing a thing. Since he has been here again, didn't make the playoffs his first season. You had Zoe, you had Ingram, Kuzma. The second season we won the title. We got AD. Third season we lost first round against Phoenix. That following season, when like we had Dwight, Melo, Russ, and that Russ experiment, crazy dumpster fire. Didn't make the playoffs again, and then last season got swept in the conference finals. This season I'm gonna get into that. What happened? We all know what happened, but I'm gonna get into it. But to go back to the point I was trying to make is this: you cannot have as a Lakers organization and with Hall of Famers, with a top five. To me, he's a top five ever. To some, he's numero uno. But to me, he's on my list. He's fifth all time. That's my list. I know somebody here that be like, man, you tripping. That's my list. So he's fifth all time on my list to many, to many, many. He's numero uno. So you got the greatest to ever do it. And you have one of the greatest power forwards of all time, probably, let's just say, probably top 3 power forward right now, the best defender in the league in AD. Yeah, I know Gobert. Yeah, I like even I don't really consider Jaren Jackson a powerhouse, even though he's a defense player of the year. He's if you watch live footage of him in real time, he's not that good. As far as being a threat defensively, he's an excellent help side defender. Excellent, I will give him that. But as far as this, like he's like Matumbo or a Ben Wallace or Dwight Howard, he's not a like. Damn, let me chill. Do you feel me? Like, nah, he's not that type of impact player. I definitely feel like AD got jerked on a few defensive players of like the year awards, but that's neither here nor there. But when you have these Hall of Fame top 75 ever players and you know, I'm running down what our record is in the midst of coming back from being swept by the champions, being the who's your daddies and this that, and the third, like it's something to be said about that to come back with a very mundane, monotonous mentality of we just gonna kind of coast through the season, we're gonna pick it up during like after the All-Star break, as if we're not in the best conference in the world. Like the Western Conference is crazy. Like it's a gauntlet. It's literally the Wild West. Like it's like being in Tombstone with all the motherfucking who's Cowboys. You feel me? All the outlaws type shit. Like it's a shootout day in day out in the West. Like it's not. You can't take your foot off the gas now. If we was in the East, you feel me? You can be under 500 and make the playoffs in the East, but the West, they different. Like they criteria is different, and we're the Lakers, so it's just like the mentality that goes into everything as far as preparation, film, workout is it makes you think like, damn, like what's y'all doing? You feel me? Because like is this like y'all not understanding the assignment? And again, this is not Laker Nation. This is not something that they'll probably say on like they show. Like it is very commercialist. Like as far as just like it's a positive narrative over like the Lakers. It's not uh it's very commercial. You know, it's not a actual real truth to the team. It's just, hey, the Lakers gonna sign and is which is cool. Is That's cool. Like you need that perspective. I subscribe to Laker Nation and stuff like that. And this is not no diss to him, but like I'm an avid fan and like again, I want y'all to know the the truth. I don't want y'all to be just so fanned out that y'all missing key points. I want us all to be on one accord as a fan base as far as just seeing this shit for what the fuck it is. Some shit. You feel me? So it's not in the sense of trying to throw shade at Laker Nation and Trevor Lane and them or try to undermine any Laker page. Shout out to all of them. But I feel like a lot of them don't tell you the actual reality of the situation. It's just a lot of just hyperbole or um perspective based is not the reality of the situation. But to kind of go back on topic though, yeah, like throughout the season, it's just been mid. Like when we got to the in season tournament, we were 14-9. Yeah. I mean, that's a few games over 500. So we did win the first ever in season tournament, and I can remember when they announced the in season tournament. Like I was joking with one of my coworkers and was saying like, whoever wins that, they can be like, yeah, this is what we've been working all season for, and jokes was really on my ass because literally it's almost like that's what they were working towards all season. Because once they won that and they next let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the next 5 games, 1-4. Like lost to Dallas about 2. We whooped San Antonio, but then they got their get back. Lost to the Knicks. Lost to the Bulls. Like it's just we just start being mid, and we really didn't pick back up steam. And I get it though. Like a lot of these losses were because of injury, because we had like Gabe Vincent play like maybe I think like maybe even with playoffs, I think he probably played maybe like 15 games. Gabe Vincent was out. Vando didn't start the season. Christian Wood got hurt. AD played the most games he had probably ever played. So Brian missed a few games with the back-to-back rule. I think they had D'Lo coming off the bench, AR coming off the bench. So it was a lot of fluctuation as far as just you feel me, who to play, who's productive, and I know it was a lot being said throughout the season. Fire Ham, what is Ham doing? The two guard rotation. Again, let's kind of pivot to just the to former coach Darvin Ham. And let me say this for the record, and congrats to him for finding, going back to Milwaukee. I hate that he's under the hometown hero. Shout out Maywood. If you know, you know. I hate that he's under Doc, but it is what the fuck it is. The fact that he still got a spot, in Milwaukee. That's what's up. So shout out to the Bucks for bringing him back on. But while he was our coach, he got dealt a fucked up hand. He really did, because he had to deal with the Russ situation. He had to come in and try to navigate that, and then to still make it to the finals or the conference finals, and be 8 wins away from a title. His first season ever as coaching as a head coach with the Lakers. I get that he got swept, and then the following season, he lost to the same team in the first round. The champions, the same team in the first round. And from the moment he got hired, I'm a good judge of character. He has all the characteristics to be an excellent coach. He has all the characteristics. He's he's philosophical, which I identify with that type of leadership. I feel like that's the best leadership because it put things in proper context. When you're leading grown men, like especially black or men of color, or just any group of men, no matter what race or ethnicity, you need philosophical leadership somewhere, because those people who are philosophical can put things in perspective, and you be like, oh, I never thought like he can reframe people's mind, and he's a excellent to like me. He's an excellent coach. No matter if he's a head coach, assistant coach, coaching is coaching. It's just when you're in the head coach spot, you take all the blame. I never hear of any assistant coach. Oh well, that's a horrible assistant coach. He needs to be fired. You never hear no shit like that. If somebody's removed from the coaching staff, it's kind of like a news article, like kind of like a footnote on ESPN, and then that's it. They might put it on like the team website, and that's it. It's not national news. It's not breaking news. So it's just you never hear of a horrible assistant coach. It's always a horrible head coach. And some head coaches, i.e., Doc Rivers, just shout out Maywood again. Some head coaches are horrible. It's been documented. But some coaches are just in a fucked up situation. So I just feel like Darvin Ham got backdoored. Like point blank period. And again, they not gonna say this on no other platform, because they want to have a commercial opinion. They want to have well no, he didn't do this. Like they want to really um expand on his shortcomings. Like really just make that his shortcomings so crazy. Now I get it. It was times to where like for like example, kind of to fast forward some like during like the playoffs when AR was guarding Murray when he hit that game winner. I want to say that was game 5. That was game 5 when he hit that game winner in game 5. But you had AD on him when he hit that game winner in game 2. So is this that's not necessarily coaching. You feel me? And then because I at the end of the day, you have to trust your guys. And I get AR is definitely not the best defender in the world, definitely not. But one thing about AR, he tried, and I love that about him. He tried on defense. Yes, he get cooked because motherfuckers today, for one, you can't really guard nobody with the rules, and motherfuckers are so skilled that you can't really stay in front of nobody. And like again, that's why I said Vando is so important to like the league because it's just like players like him are like a dinosaur. It's just a dying breed of just basketball to have somebody who's gritty, who all right, coach, I'm gonna take KD, I'm gonna take Giannis, I'm gonna take Curry, I'm gonna take Kawhi, Paul George, Harden, I'm gonna take these tough assignments and and not only do the best I can, but really impact the box score without numbers being put in the box score. You feel me? Like I'm gonna really impact the box score. I'm gonna really impact this game by really um locking down the best wing player. And it's something to be said about that. So again, to kind of get back on topic, we kind of just start being mid again after we won that title. And with injuries and stuff like that. Yeah, man. So like again, is this 16 and 14, 16 and 15, 17 and 15, 17, 16, 17, 17, 17, 18, 17, 19, 18, 19. Like it was no flow. It was really no flow. Like we really didn't start picking up W's until um around like really March 13th, like March 8th. From March 8th through March 22nd was like our best stretch of games because we played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's just say in that 10-game window. So from March 10th to March 27th, we won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We won 7 games, you know, out of that window, which was probably the best stretch of basketball that we played. So we started in October, and it took us to March to string together a good set of wins. Like you see, and I get it. Again, injuries, players coming in and out the lineup, this and third. This is why I say Darvin Ham got dealt a bad fucking hand. He can't control motherfuckers being hurt. He can't control if a motherfucker's giving effort, and that's my whole thing. I don't care who's out there. I don't care if it's Maxwell Lewis, Jalen Hood Schifino, the Moy Hodge, Colin Castle, or I don't care if it's all the two-way players and rookies that I just named. I don't care if it's those players out there. If you're out there, compete. I can live. I don't care if we lose by 50. If you out there hand up, switching, calling out plays, trying to run an offense when Brian and AD, if you're putting forth, I can live with whatever goes on. Us getting swept, you feel me? It's just, hey, shit. Hey, we doing the best that we can. But when you getting beat backdoor because you're ball watching, you can't stay in front of nobody for at least 5 possessions. If you can lock down 3 out of 5 possessions and lock down, meaning secure the rebound too, not just contest the shot and then they grab it another possession. So now you got to reset your defense. I'm just saying, complete out of 5 possessions, completely complete the defensive possession by grabbing the rebound and starting transition 3 out of 5 times. If you cannot do that, you have an issue. You have an issue. Like you have to do that consecutively at this level. Or you really should not be at this level if you can't. I don't care if it's a Wednesday game in fucking January or the game right before All-Star break, because we got the purple and gold on. We're we're the Cowboys, Yankees, and probably Lakers. Like we're must see TV every fucking night. We have a fanatic fan base. It's not just fans. We have a fanatic fan base. It's crazy. It's crazy. We got people who travel from overseas, to see us. This and that third. We like a fucking rock band. So is this the fact being? Yeah, you like it sound like damn, like we can't take a night off, we can't have a bad game. I'm not saying you can't have a bad game. That's gonna happen, whether you want to or not. You're gonna have a bad game. You're gonna have bad days. You're gonna have days where you're turning the ball over a lot. You're gonna have days where you're shooting 8 for fucking 30. But the effort effort should never be in question. If your shot not falling, all right, fuck it. I don't got it today. Let me lock up on defense. Let me hustle for these rebounds. Let me get my team involved. Let me try to get some steals. Let me stay out of foul trouble. It's little intangibles that you can still do to impact the game. It's not just all about, damn, I got a 30-point triple double. I got a 40-point triple. Nah, bro. Like I said, that's why I fuck with Vando so heavy, because it's just he impacts the game without scoring. And that's what's missing in the league today. Players who can impact the game without scoring. It's hella bucket getters. It's motherfuckers who the 15th man that can give you 30 in today's league. You feel me? I'm pretty sure the Nastins can give him fucking 30. You feel me? And he motherfucker be giving people water and towels all game and clapping it up type shit. So it's just like, the fact of the matter is the league is filled with bucket getters. It's filled with motherfuckers who can put the ball in the hole. Pause. But it's just, as far as just closing out, defending at a high level, if you get beat, can switch over and help your teammate. That's the lost art. And I feel like that 2020 team spoiled me so fucking much. Like, that team, to be honest, kind of made me change the way I view like defense now. Because it's almost like that team was so good defensively. Because you had KCP, you had AB, you had Avery Bradley, you had Rondo. Brown was playing solid defense. AD was at his peak defensively. You had Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee. So you had a 3-headed monster on the front court, to really anchor that defense. And then, you had Avery Bradley, you had KCP, you had Rondo, you had Brian, you had Kuzma, you had Caruso. So you had a lot of motherfuckers who love to play defense. And go back and watch any. I want to say one of the first games we played against Utah. Go back if you're able to find that game on YouTube or anywhere. Go back to that 2019, 2020 season and watch. I think the very first game against the Jazz, we were fucking rotating like nobody's business. And that's what I'm saying. It can be done. It's just you gotta find the right personnel to do that job. Because the league is getting youthful. It's getting younger. It's not getting older. Players are not playing unless they're Brian. They're not playing until they're fucking 50 years old and still dropping 30, 12, and 10 night in, night out. This is not 2K. those young legs gonna come to town and run you out the gym, and that's another thing too. A lot of time Lakers don't realize when you playing like, let's say you playing like Charlotte Hornets, or you playing Detroit Pistons, teams that are not really playing for shit, or you even playing for like or playing against the Spurs, and they come to the Crypto or Staples. That's an audition for them. That's an audition. It may be John Smith out of UConn that, again, is the 15th man. He'll drop 30. You be like, who the fuck is John Smith? Who the fuck is it? Like, why is he balling right now? Like, you feel me? I want to say against Brooklyn, Cam Thomas. I think he had like a quarter where he was shooting horrible. Rest of the game, that motherfucker was on fire. You feel me? So like, it's an audition for like players when they come to town. So again, it's a lot. It's a lot to upheld, but we the Lakers, man. Like, it's the reason why I rock with them heavy. Kobe really spoiled me with just the perception of his life in general, is as far as his work ethic and this and third. But like, yeah, like, I'd be needing to see that type of brand of basketball. It's a certain ilk that the Lakers have. So to kind of get back to like the video, because I'm gonna do this a lot throughout like the video, as far as just venturing off, but I'm making a point though. So bear with me throughout this video as I'm making points, but I'm gonna definitely get through like this, like the season. So we had that stretch in March where we were playing pretty solid basketball, and then it took us to like the playoffs, and then it took us to like the play in, and like we had to play the Pelicans for like that 7th spot, end up winning, and then we matched up against Denver, and again, like, I don't know who the fuck I fucking hate the most, Denver or Boston, because it's just like, when it comes to Denver, is just they got our fucking number. It's just every time we match up with the motherfuckers, it's always just almost like they leading us down like a dark alley. Like, you feel me? Like, is this like we asking, hey, what's going on? Is everything all right? And then you just get fucking jumped out of nowhere. So it's just like, we playing like we competing with them, but then it's just they just pull away, because it's just like they got that continuity, that chemistry. Like, okay, as a team, we know what to do to break down this team. So we lost in 5 games. Got buzzer beater twice. That Jamal Murray boy, I know AD gonna be tossing turning for a few seasons off of that game winner. Then that motherfucker got to the podium. That reporter asked, so what happened? He was like, Jamal Murray hit a shot and just kind of laughed. Like, I could laugh at it because I'm a Lakers fan, but that's crazy work as a reporter. Like, bro, what? Like, why, what happened? He just gamed our dumbass. Like, come on, bro. Really? Really? Like, I would have cussed that reporter out so crazy. I would definitely got fucking letter, fine, all that shit. Cause bro, you're not gonna play on my face like that, gay. Like, exactly what the fuck going on, bro. Like, gamed that dumbass. But yeah, and then a week later, breaking news: Lakers fire head coach Darvin Ham. Shocker, right? Um, Again, he got dealt a very bad hand. He got dealt a very bad hand, because even the backstage Lakers, they had it was like they model, I think it was like DNA or something like that, to kind of like mimic off of Darvin kind of the predicated towards like Darvin's vision about the team and stuff of that nature. And then it was reported that I think Ham said that, him and Jeannie was texting saying, "Oh yeah, your job is safe. We love you." Woo, woo. Backdoor Waddle calls. Like it's just it's a cutthroat business. It is. No matter what the stipulations are right now, the current state of events, coaching the Lakers, that's a thankless job. It is. It is a thankless job. If you don't win a title, it's like we don't we don't care for you. You're subservient if you don't bring a title. Like if we're not on a 82 game straight win streak, then trade everybody, burn the house down, sell the house, sell the farm. Like let's be realistic, and this is what I'm saying. As far as like the team moving forward, we have to be realistic. Let me look up um who's under contract um for next season. So this is the breakdown of the Lakers payroll. So Brian, he got a player option for next season. So he got a $51 million player option. 47 million of that shit is guaranteed. Boy, AD is boy, his ass, he locked up. His ass got 279 million. Garrett, boy, man, what? I looked up my I said, what? That shit crazy. That boy eating out there. Man, hey, his last year, his contract, he bringing home 7 mil. That's 7 mil, yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, we got AD locked up until 2028, really. Shit. So he locked up. Um D'Lo, he got a player option for 18 million. Rui, he locked up. So Rui will be back. AD will be back. AR will be back. He got he's good until 2026, 2027 season. Gabe Vincent will be back. And I love to see my boy Vando. He's locked up into the same year as AD 2027, 2028. So pretty much all our free agents are Brian, TP, and TP already expressed on Laker Nation that he would love to be back. TP is a free agent. Jalen Spino got his rookie contract. C Wood picked up his player option. I'm not sure about Jackson Hayes. So for right now, he's a player. He's a free agent. Um, if Cam, I think Cam should pick up his player option because he might be out the league. So hopefully, and that's another player that I feel that we should talk about for like a quick second. Him and Max Chrissy. Um, as far as the same thing with Vando. Um, they're they have defensive intangibles. More so Cam than Max, but players like Cam Reddish, especially like he was projected to be like the first pick in like his class and like a type shit. Like he was a dog, a fucking dog in high school and college. And sometimes like when you go against grown men, when you go or when you're in a fucked up situation as a player and you got circumstances that don't really correlate with your character and with your vision of what you expected from like your career at the gate, you have players who have issues like that, and we have seen that over the course of time with the Brandon Jennings, with the Michael Carter Williams, D. Will, like different players who have flashes of greatness, but with Cam is it's been real like fucking lighter flashes. It's not like stove like a stove's top flash. It's like a big lighter type shit. But defensively, Cam is a dog. How his style of defense, again, just like with Vando, is missing from like the league. So I would hope that he pick up his player option, because if he don't, because he was hurt. Offensively, he definitely struggled. He definitely didn't shoot the ball well. This season, he definitely didn't play offensively to the best of his ability that we have seen over the course of him being a basketball player in general, even before he made it to like the league. I've not seen that shit since he pretty much been in the league. And then to pivot to Max Christie, I know on Laker Nation they were saying prior to the season even starting how we probably can't really pay Max Christie, and because he's a free agent along with Spencer Dinwiddie, and I'm gonna talk about Spencer Dinwiddie in a second too. Max Christie might be gone too, and same thing with Darvin Ham. If he do decide to leave, I don't blame him, because you need opportunity now. That's something I I will say about Darvin Ham. He kind of didn't really play Max Christie. Same thing previous season with Lonnie Walker. Now, those two scenarios, yes. Come on. Come on, Ham. Now, is that worth being fired over? Not necessarily, but that's something like, hey, like, how come you to get him some playoff experience? Because I don't think Max played at all when we played Denver. I don't think he played a single fucking minute. So if he did, that was free shit. Layup line, like shit. Like I don't remember him playing. Like so, maybe I'm wrong, but I really don't remember him playing at all. So, yeah, man, it's just So if he decides to dip, I don't blame him. But I would love for him to come back. But they gotta pay him. And he's only 21. So, and then with Spence, um, Spence is the wild card because he came in after the trade deadline, and I do believe he can help us. I do believe he's a guy that can be the 6-man role type shit. But mm, I feel like he would love to come back, but if he get offered, I don't care if it's like 100,000, 200,000 more anywhere else, he's not gonna come back. But I will hope that he comes back as far as to have that PG off the bench, because he is low key a good a good playmaker and he can score. But I feel like because of the gravity of the team, and that's something that I'm a kind of pivot to in a minute. Gravity of the team, when he came in, he kind of was like, okay, do I be a playmaker? Do I score? Do I do this? Do I do that? So and then Skylar Mays, free agent. Harry Giles, free agent. Colin Castle, free agent. But let's talk about a few things real quick. I'm gonna talk about D'Lo, and then I'm gonna talk about the gravity of like the team. Let's talk about D'Lo for a second. When you first got drafted to like the Lakers, was a big fan of his. I'm a right-handed shooter. Was trying to mimic his jumper as a right-handed shooter. He's a lethal lefty, right? And then definitely kind of felt like he was kind of in a situation where, because when in this era, because I think he got drafted like 2015. Yeah, so in like this era, a lot of people are not privy to like the history of the Lakers. So he came in kind of with, I wouldn't say arrogance. Like it's cool to be arrogant. It's even cool to be cocky, because you're supposed to love the game, in a sense, love your game enough to be able to, you feel me, back up your cockiness. But because of the situation, and I think that was around Kobe's last season and stuff of that nature, he was kind of like not in a position to like shine. That's why when he got traded to Brooklyn, he was dogging, because it's just like, okay, now I've been in the league for like a few seasons now. Like I kind of get the gist of it, and those were his best seasons thus far. And then now, he went back to Mini. He had a pretty solid stint there, and then now when he came back here with D'Lo, he's definitely. And I was saying, you know what? Let me after his last season performance in the conference finals when man, he shit the bed something crazy. Was really horrendous in the conference finals, but he did have a decent game, like a few decent games against Denver this season. But the thing about D'Lo is, I definitely feel as if right now where his career is heading, and I hate to say this about him, and hopefully he can change this narrative. But you saw last off season, nobody really was trying to contact him for his services, and I definitely feel like this season probably not going to be no better because even like the Spurs were like, nah, we don't want him. Because I was thinking like if he were to leave, Spurs would probably be like a decent spot, him and Wimby, and then the report came out, yeah, we don't want him. And I think the Spurs just said that, and I think the Magic. I think maybe wrong on that, but one of those teams was like, "Nah, we not fucking with you, bro." But again, you fuck around and be a Spur and or Magic once the offseason officially start to sign free agents. You never know how like the league because you don't know what to believe, and I'm gonna get into that about what not to believe um in a second. But I definitely feel like right now he's a good six man. He's a good playmaker off the bench. That's his role in the league right now. Hopefully he can change that narrative. He needs at least 2 seasons where he averaging like 18, 8, and like 4. If he can have two seasons like that, and then that third season to kind of jump up from 18 to about 22, 20 a game, kind of be like a fringe all-star, probably make a third team, maybe all NBA, then he'll kind of be back. But I don't I don't see I don't see that in like his future because it's just like he's a player that some people would say he might be delusional. But when you're in the league and you have film that you can Google and say, yeah, I bust such and such ass, I saw such and such. But at the same time, it's kind of like, okay, what have you really done though? Yeah, you got picked second overall back in 2015. Yeah, you played for the Lakers. Yeah, you had the most threes by any player in Lakers regular season history. Okay, cool, but what did that translate to? It's cool to break records, man. It's cool to have a nice poster, a nice crossover. That's cool. Hey, that's part of like the journey of being an NBA player. But when you compare that to Mike, Brian, Kobe, T Mac, like they got hella shit where they yamming on they crossing, oh my god, Kobe, bro. Like they got hella shit like that with hardware. So it's kind of like it's cool to be like, yeah, like, I had a good game against such and such, and I got this highlight, and I'm doing this in my off-season workout. I can hit 1,000 jumpers straight. Okay, yeah, yeah. I mean, okay, you're an NBA player. You shoot every day. You. What else are you doing? Are you going to Wendy's and working part time? Are you going to Arby's and working part time? No, you have all day to delegate to whether you got kids or a wife or whatever. Your job, what you go out and you perform at a high level, what you compete at every day to pay your debt to society or however people frame working. This is what you do for the means to the ends to create balance, to shut people up, this, and that, third. You have to do this all day. Like you have all day to do this. So yeah, if you're hitting 1,000 jumpers straight with a hand in your face, I'm not necessarily shocked by that. That's like, oh, okay, cool, damn, okay. But like it's not like wow, he can do that. Like, nah, he's able to, like, he has the time to put in work to do that. I'm not shocked by that. So it's just, with like D'Lo, I really, really, really hope that he is in the lab. Man, more than anything, I really hope that he's in the lab and he come back with a new found focus about where do I want to go as far as like my career go, because how Bronson and how Bronson's playing in New York, there's no reason why D'Lo should not be hooping like that. There's no reason, because fucking Jalen Bronson's fucking damn near my height. Like, and he's killing motherfuckers. He's getting to his spot, with the floater, with the pull up, with the snatch back. Like, he got a bag. Same thing with D'Lo, and he can damn that bitch. But with D'Lo, it's just, and I don't. And this is just like his style. When he get past a defender, it's like he's like doing like he's doing like the little Kim, the like, you feel me, like the whatever that is, like, and like when he go up for like a layup, he's like in like a hunch dribble. He going up getting his shit ate up. You feel me? Like, bro, go up strong. Like, you're fucking 6'6". You're 6'5", 6'6" as a point guard. Like, that's tall as fuck for like a point guard. Like, if he kind of eliminate that, but I feel like at this point he's like used to playing like that, so he's not gonna change that up. So he needs to work on whatever spot in that mid range where if he do that, he can snatch back and hit that shit consistently. If he can snatch back or like kind of snatch back, you know, um, do like a few snatches or like a few heads, kind of gets like the cup maybe, because like that's not fooling nobody. And his guards like a Drew Holiday, his guards like Pritchard, his guards like, let me name a Marcus Smart even, that was lock you the fuck up, bro. Like, what are you doing? You feel me? Like don't really got the ball on like that much of a string to have it to where you can't get ripped up. And there's been games where he been ripped up because he been doing that punch dribble, but like whatever like that is, which again, this is something that he kind of used to like doing. But I feel like he needs to take that out of like his bag. But that doesn't mean that is my perspective. But moving on to the Bron and AD gravity. Let me get on their ass now. After watching a lot of Laker basketball, because I try to watch every game as much as possible. The Lakers have this complex. I call it the Bron AD complex, meaning I'm wearing the same jersey as you. I didn't have my trials and tribulations to get to where I'm at. I'm in fucking Los Angeles, California, Los Angeles, USA. I'm playing for the most historic franchise and damn near all the sports. But yeah, just still, hey, I'm on a court with a top 5 player. Hey, I'm on a court with one of the greatest power forward slash centers of all time. Let me let them cook and let me just stand idle because I don't want to step on nobody's toes. This is this is what I'm saying as far as gravity. And I get players have to get theirs. I get because they're the star players, they shoot the most shots. I get it. I understand that. However, that standing there or you're if they pass you the ball, you like that shit, it irks me because it's just like, bro, what are y'all doing? Y'all scared to take a shot? Like it's just like I would rather you be at a odd with your team trying to compete versus just like you just going along with the system that's not working. Like I just ran down how our record was because of all of the inconsistencies with the roster and this that, and the third, and hurt people being hurt, people um going from starter to bench players and 6, 7 man. Now you got this. You know, it's almost like you're playing pickup, and like you're playing with like you playing with a prime Michael Jordan. You always want to see, oh man, what is Mike going to do next? No, like I have a family to feed too, bro. I'm a bucket getter. I can lock up too. I can help you out too. Like I get that you like y'all. I got the green light to take 30 shots a game. That's cool. All right, but when y'all not having a bad game, or when y'all isolate and draw a defender because y'all have that gravitational pull, I'm cutting to the basket. Hey, like I'm demanding the ball. I'm saying, hey, open, and I'm knocking shit down. Or if my shot not falling, I'm crashing the boards. I'm locking up on defense. I'm playing gritty because now it puts emphasis on, well, if I'm doing this consistently, Brian and AD gotta help me. They gotta take it to another level. But if it's to a point to where, like, when they throw me the ball, I'm fucking is this, or I'm not shooting with like, with like belief that this money. Like, if I'm not shooting with that confidence, oh, Brian has passed me the ball. I like, he didn't did a you feel me? Like, he didn't hit me with one of them Showtime, passes, and now damn, I gotta. I saw. Ooh. You feel me? Like, it should be excitement catching a dime like that. It should be, oh yes, sir. You feel me? Like, it should be excitement. It shouldn't be no damn. Now what? You feel me? Like, and that's what I'm saying. Is just that, like, aura around the Lakers is not what it used to be for whatever reason. And I kind of know the reason, but like, it's just like, I don't know why is not clicking that, damn, like, y'all are Los Angeles Lakers. Like, that has no meaning to it no more. It's just like, oh, I'm just a NBA player playing for the Los Angeles Lakers. Like, we the motherfucking Charlotte Hornets, or we the Pelicans. No disrespect to them, but it is what the fuck it is. You feel me? Like, up until probably today, because I'm pretty sure them bitch ass Boston Celtics gonna probably finish dollars off today. So up until today, we're tied with the most titles ever. And even after Boston, wins, they only up one on us. So, so is just the fact being, like, it's not like we're some motherfucking desolate, never won nothing, or won a title way back in yesteryears, or back in the ABA. You feel me? Like we hanging those banners up. You feel me? We was the first team ever in the NBA to win a title. So we have so much cliche, well, not um cash, to pull from. I said cliche. Cash to, like, pull from, so much heritage, so much history to pull from, that it's just like, I don't get how people can just sit there and be like, oh, it's just the Lakers. Nah, it's fuck out of here, for real. Like, if you on this roster and you just saying, oh, I'm just playing for the Lakers, you need to beat it, for real, because, like, it's a certain pedigree you have to have. It's you look at, of course, the fucking GOAT, Kobe, but even Shaq, um, Meta World Peace, Trevor Ariza, D Fish, Nick Van Exel, even though they didn't win nothing, but these gritty, flashy players, EJ, Robert Ory, Rick Fox, Brian Shaw, like, you got gritty players over the years. Shout out Maywood again, Shannon Brown. You feel me? Like, it's just like the fact being, even teams that were desolate, like, our years of being fucking absolute trash. You had the Steve Blakes, you had the Jody Meeks, that were giving effort. Fucking certain games where even, like, Jordan Hill, Xavier Henry at games. Like you had different players like stepping up to like the challenge, against, even though we were definitely not playing for nothing with those names on the roster. But when you playing with house money, you kind of play better type shit when like you got none to lose type shit. But yeah, it's just like the fact being like, players who bring their baggage and their trials and tribulations and want to forge that and merge that with the heritage, you get for great players. You get for great basketball because now they want to compete. They want to compete. And they kind of move forward to now, I didn't discuss like the season. I didn't discuss, playoffs. I didn't discuss player contracts, stuff of that nature. I didn't discuss players kind of individually. Oh, speaking of players individually, one more player I want to touch on before I get into like the current affairs with the coaching search and like the draft coming up this and third. Let me speak on my boy AR-15. That's my favorite. That's my favorite Laker. I really hope. I really, 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 really hope that he come back with a vengeance next season. I really hope because it's not going to look good for him if like he don't. He's probably going to get traded. So if he don't come back, and I think him playing for FIBA, it kind of took some energy from him, and he was kind of like trying to find like his way back into just kind of just play a basketball for just standing there a year straight. And I get it. In his case, I get it because that was his first time ever playing down there basketball for a fucking year straight. Like all year long down there. Like your man was rap because he dropped the shoe, so he had to hustle that, do like the like the rounds, promoting his shoe. So it was really, really, really crazy as far as this for like him because I don't look at Brian or AD because they has been doing shit like that for many moons, but that was AR's first time ever experiencing a year around with endorsements with international play and that physicality and what came with that, trying to play for medal and stuff of that nature. So I get it, but you have a whole off season, to rest up. You have a whole training camp. You got the off season to even get better, to definitely get better defensively. I feel like offensively, his game is pretty solid. He definitely need a better handle, but defensively, I really hope that I'm not sure what defensive coach that he can call, but I'm pretty sure he got a slew of people to call and call up Phil Handy shit. He free now because his dad got backdoor too. So you feel me? Make sure you call up Phil. Trying to get better. But yeah, I definitely wish AR-15 like the best, man. Reeves, bro. Like I want you to come back killing motherfuckers, bro. For real, because like you got all the ability to be at least an all-star, bro. So I really hope that you are in the lab, bro, and like we don't ship you out because shit, you kind of know how we rock around here, and kind of to switch beats and change lanes to this vacant coaching spot in ownership in Mr. Rob Palinka. Let's kind of shift beats and change lanes to like them. Now let's talk about Mr. Rob Palinka real quick. Now it's a mixed bag with Rob because he did pull off some crazy ass shit. He did he did get him and Magic. They both got Brian, here. Okay, cool. He facilitated a trade for AD. He got Russ here. That didn't work. Got him right the fuck up out of here. He made some excellent moves for Russ to bring in D'Lo, Vando, and I want to say what's Beasley, um, to bring in, different pieces to push us to the conference finals. But one thing that I feel is his biggest issue is he don't know what type of culture he's trying to build. You look at Bob Myers, former GM of Golden State, right? Even fucking, and I hate to use him as an example, but they're on the cusp of winning a title. Even Danny Ainge, like these GMs, they get it. They they get how to bring in a coach, bring in a system, and let it work itself out. Bring in an identity, not just a coach who knows X's and O's. Bring in somebody who has an identity. He has not done that. That's his biggest issue and the most glaring issue that is kind of got us to where we at. Nobody know what direction that we're trying to go in as far as is what culture do we want to build? And which is kind of crazy because like I just said, we have history. It shouldn't really be no, we're the Lakers. What culture should we build? Like, you have so much to pull from, bro. You have so much to pull from. You got Showtime Lakers with Pat Riley. You got the Dynasty Lakers, Shaq and Kobe era Lakers. Like, shit, you can even pull up the George Miking era. Even though that brand of basketball damn sure not played like the same, but you have eras to take from. You feel me? Like even the 2010 Phil Jackson era. You feel me? Like you have different styles and cultures. Like I don't know, like call up Gary Vitti. You feel me? Like the former medical doctor for like the Lakers. Like you could call him up. I forgot the PA announcer, but he's legendary. He's been there for down there 40 years. You can talk to him. Like it's so much you can pull from. Like when you're in that type of ecosystem, it's janitors, motherfucking whatever. Like try to piece together. Like okay, if you're really just that kind of like dense to like not know what culture you want to build for the Los Angeles Lakers, that's an issue. And we're seeing that on full fucking display. A kind of fast forward to current day events, the Dan Hurley situation. That's to let you know something. You let a motherfucking and albeit, up until I heard his name for the Lakers coaching job, I didn't know who the fuck he was because I don't really watch college basketball like that because a lot of those players they have the green light to do whatever, and then once they get to like the league, they get their ass, smack paws as far as this getting that rude awakening. Like, nah, bro, this is not college, bro. You playing with some grown ass men, so I kind of don't really watch too many players. I think I watch Caitlin Clark and I watch Zion. That's kind of like the only two players like I actually tune in. Like, damn, let me let me actually watch how like they play and stuff like that. But the kind of stay on topic, yeah, like prior to me hearing like we're searching, we're looking at Dan Hurley. I'm like, who's that? And then I look, I'm like, okay, yeah, like, and I feel like if he was coaching anywhere else, if he was not a back-to-back NCAA national champion and he wasn't coaching UConn, I do know programs like as far as like I do know the women and men UConn dynasty. They're equivalent to like the Lakers and like Boston as far as this college go, as far as this dynasty work. So I get why he covered this shit. I'm in the situation where I'm good here. You feel me? I'm the king of my kingdom. So yeah, I'm not gonna fuck that up because to have a position that comes with so much turmoil, and motherfuckers really don't know what they're doing, but you got the nerve to try to backdoor and get motherfuckers out the way um if you think shit is not working on like schedule when like you really don't have a identity of what culture you have like you're trying to build. So that's kind of like my um like perspective on that. And Jeannie is kind of like, she's kind of just like just like there. I don't feel like she has no in inputs per se. She seemed like the type that'd be like, Rob be like, hey, I think we need to get Darvin Ham up out of here. I don't think, he's the right guy. I don't think Brian listens. I don't think AD listens. She kind of be like, okay, well, just do what you think is best. That's that's what energy she gives off as like an owner. So I feel like maybe she needs to bring in. I I wouldn't say like Kareem. I don't think, definitely don't think Kareem will like be willing to be like a advisor to like the Lakers. Feel like he just want to live the rest of his life and how like he lived like his life. But bring in like Ron Artest, a D Fish, James Worthy. Bring in Michael Cooper. Bring in Robert Ory. Um, Somebody who's a former Laker, Byron Scott. Bring in them as like a advisor, so that on the basketball end, you have somebody who has championship DNA, who know what the locker room needs, what they follow basketball outside of the Lakers, so they're not gonna be like skewed by the fact that, oh, we just gotta win now and win now, win now, win now, win now. Now we got to build and then get into win now, win now, win now. Cause I feel like we got the game fucked up. Yes, we are the Lakers. Yes, we, have the most titles up until probably today, or up until the end of the finals. Because Boston is definitely gonna win, unfortunately. But I get that we have the championship DNA, the championship history. However, we have to be realistic with the times. Like I said earlier in this video, the league is getting younger. The league is getting younger. You can't just throw names together on paper and then, oh, okay, younger players will just be like, oh man, I used to build my team on 2K, but you, bro, yeah, you can have the night. No, oh yeah, wait, who? Oh, you got Rusty, you got KD. I'm finna work, yo. Like that's their mentality. I'm finna dunk on I'm finna cross. Like I'm finna really be on your ass. It's not like, oh man, this is Brian. Like, nah, they competing too now. It's not they're starstruck. It's not. It'd be different if they were in their prime. This was 2012 Brian. Then they'd probably be like, yeah, bro, you got it. Nah, this is old. This is old. This is old man. Um, mind the game, Brian. This is not Zero Dark 30 Heatles, Brian. You feel me? So this is what the fuck it is. So like, it's just, I definitely would like to see what Rob does like this offseason, what rabbit he pulled out of like the hat, and who the fuck we're gonna have as a head coach. I know his buddy from the Pelicans. Um, Between him and I think dude name is James something, but Arago or something like that. Him and Reddick are kind of going battling it out. But if Reddick do get this job, I'm gonna say this about that. If Reddick do get this job, boy, boy, is this? It could not be such a obvious, obvious backdoor, obvious inside job, because it's just like, let's just frame this. You fired Darvin Ham, and it just so happened the next motherfucker who's the coach of the Lakers that has no coaching experience in his first job His first job out the motherfucking gate. His first job outside of playing basketball and calling the finals is to coach the Los Angeles Lakers with somebody that plays for the Los Angeles Lakers and is a star player of the Los Angeles Lakers that he got a podcast with. Yeah, nah. Say that you got to say so without saying that you got to say so, because it could not be more obvious of a ploy that kind of just, I want to dictate everything. I want everything to go my way. And I'm speaking about Brian here. I want everything to go my way. And if anything goes wrong, I got somebody to blame it on. That's just his MO. Whether it's good or bad, it's what the fuck it is. When I say these things, it's not to necessarily throw shade. It's what the fuck I'm calling a thing a thing. Like, off of what you do as far as this, you play my GM, you play real life 2K. That's what Brian does. He play real life 2K. He get the coach that he want, or he think that he want. Get the players that get the players that he want, or he think he want, and he see what happens, and he blow it up after a year if he don't win the chip. I get it. Made you the GOAT in people's eyes. That's fine. That's fine. But it better work. That's the only thing I'm saying, because when it don't work, you look dumb. You look dumb. You look very egotistic. You look very e- egotistic, and you look very narcissistic when you got everything, you feel me, like forced in like your way, got it fixed, and then once shit not go right, it's all well. We gotta let Darvin Ham go, gotta let Frank Vogel go, gotta let Luke Walton go. Like, all to make one player happy that's literally about to retire. You feel me? So again, um, I'm very curious to see this off season, and I'm gonna definitely follow up this video with um another video after we didn't sign some free agents, and we probably, whenever we hire a head coach, I'm gonna probably make another video and kind of, whoever like we hire, kind of do an in-depth breakdown on who like we hire and stuff of that nature. But hopefully in this video I touched on enough topics to kind of put you in a frame of mind of everything. And in closing, I kind of want to just speak to all of the Lakers fans, um, and kind of just tell you guys, hey, put on a seatbelt, grab the little holder, the hand holder. Make sure you didn't eat or drink nothing so that you won't defecate on yourself, because this is about to be a ride. Pause. This is about to be one of them eras where we just gotta see this shit through. Because ain't nothing from a fan perspective that we can do or say to kind of get it to where shit makes sense. Because right now, as a Lakers fan, it don't make sense. It don't. None of this shit is making sense. Like, we got one title in the 6-7 years of Brian being here. We got playoff miss. We got more playoff misses than motherfucking titles in his tenure of him being here. Unacceptable. So as a Lakers fan, as a diehard Lakers fan, or any type of fan that you are of the Lakers, hold on. That's the best advice I can give you, is to hold on, because we really don't know what to expect next. Because right now we don't have our shit together. We don't have nothing in order. We don't have any fluidity. We don't have any rhyme or reason to anything that we're doing. We're trying to pacify and pamper our superstars versus building and sticking up for our heritage, sticking up for our history, saying no to bullshit. And if you demand a trade, if you, oh, I'm gonna not give my effort. bro, you're 40 years, bro, and I'm talking to Brian here, bro. You're 40 years old. You feel me? Like, but again, they don't have that type of leverage, so they think, because the backlash, the media, all they didn't traded Braun, they didn't suspended Braun from the team, they didn't did this, they didn't did that. Now, if unbeknownst to us, now if the agreement was when Braun signed, okay, and maybe they didn't put this in a contract, but they have a verbal agreement. If Brian said the owner, if I come here, I get to control XYZ, and they made like a under the table deal, disregard everything I just said about Brian. Because if that's the case, then you didn't walk into something that you willingly agreed to. You feel me? Maybe because I'm giving them the benefit of a doubt for the fact that I'm a fan and we don't know everything that's going on behind the scenes. But if let's just say you had a under the table deal with Brian and Brian like, hey, I'm gonna do X, Y, Z. I need this, I need that. If that happened, then I you kind of got to lay in the bed that you made. A lot of people say, bro, that is what happened. I mean, we can sit and speculate. I can only go off of what the fuck I'm seeing, So, but you know, but um, that's all that I have. Wait, one last thing. Um, I'm not sure if who we're drafting, but I really don't think we should draft Bronny. If we do draft Bronny, cool. That's a cool little storyline. This and third, but um, as far as draft go, I'm gonna make a video about that too. But hopefully that they just get the best available player at that 17 pick. It don't have to be a guard. It don't have to be a center. Just get the best available player. So that's the last thing I'm gonna kind of touch on. I don't even know who the fuck is the like who's concretely going first. It's I think the projected pick is some dude from like France. He's kind of like a 7 footer. Kind of like hybrid, kind of like Paulo Ben Carroll type shit. But we'll see. But yeah, that's all that I have, y'all. I hope something was said on today, from a Lakers standpoint to kind of give y'all some hope for like the future, man. Because it's it's the dark ages right now, and I know me personally, if I can endure the Xavier Henry, Robert Sacre, Chris Kaman, Kendall Marshall, Jody Meek, Steve Blake era, I'll be all right. You feel me? But it's just again, I love to give the realness, and again, no disrespect to any other Laker platform, but a lot of that shit be real recycled and commercial based. Nah, we don't do that here on the Dotted Line podcast. We give you the the truth. We give you that truth serum. You feel me? Shit that is what it is. We call a spade, and we call a thing here. So yeah, but that's all that I have, man. I hope something was said from a Lakers fan standpoint to help y'all get through these dark times. And until next time, man, this is DJ Scotty 2 Dotty, aka Ray Dot. We signing off from the podcast, man. Peace.